Good morning, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Coffee with Chris, the podcast on which I share my life with you, as well as reply to your questions and concerns that you leave down in the comment section, down in the one comment that's there. Now, seriously though, if you want me to talk about something, feel free to just let me know. And if you don't want people to know that you're the one who requested the subject, you can send me a private message. My inbox is open too. Wait, does YouTube still have private messages? I just realized that I'm not actually sure YouTube still has private messages. So that's a bit of a weird thing. I need to check up on that. Anyway, I'd like to apologize first and foremost to those of you who know that I usually upload Nightcore on Wednesdays and Saturdays. Well, at least that was the original plan. I got to upload 4 times before, then my exams hit. And yesterday, I'm gonna be honest with you, I just forgot. I started working on the Nightcore and I actually made it. I made a song. And then all I need to do is get it into After Effects and get the, stuff working so that it looks decent. Well, I don't really make them look decent, but at least I make them look like something. But yeah, I completely forgot yesterday. I was so engrossed in everything else I was doing, including working on my store and playing Paladins. And that's probably a good place to mention the whole, how one of my classmates thinks I'm gonna end up getting stressed. Well, it's not like I don't have a work-life balance. I do have a work-life balance. I play video games. And yesterday I actually played a lot. I think I played just as much as I worked yesterday. And, I also got to clean my kitchen and tidy up my bedroom a little bit. And there are a few things. But there's something that I want to talk about. And I know that I should have probably announced this in the beginning of the video. But I feel like this is really important. And that it's something I've talked about before too, but not necessarily as concretely as I'm going to do today. And that is, success starts with making your bed. Ridiculous as it sounds, it really does. If the first thing you do in the morning is just lazily slump your way to the bathroom, or you lie around in bed for half an hour before getting up, or you go straight to your computer, you're not gonna have a whole lot of success. But if you get up and make your bed, open up the curtains so that you get some light, and then you go and you brush your teeth and all of those things, you've got a much better start to the day. You've got the upper hand. Now, I've been out of practice. I used to make my bed every single day. Whenever I woke up, it was the first thing I did. I stopped doing that maybe a month and a half ago. I mean, it's been a while. And during that time, it's not like I haven't succeeded in a lot of areas. I've still done a lot of things and I've done a lot of good things. I began the store. But I also have to admit that I feel more motivated to add items to the store. I actually started doing it while my coffee was brewing. And I feel like that's, because today I did. Yesterday, my girlfriend and I were talking, and you know how it's a long-term relationship. Yeah, that too. It's a long-distance relationship, at least for now. And she talked about how she's so impressed that I make my bed every morning. And I told her I haven't actually done that in quite a while. That came as a bit of a shock to her because it was something that I was really proud of doing too. So today when I woke up, it was the first thing I thought about. I was like, she's right. I was proud of doing it, and there was a reason I did it. And surprise, surprise, I actually feel better. I somehow feel more awake, more empowered, ready for the day. I feel like doing more. And it's not like it took a lot of willpower. I just tapped into that old habit that was there because it was still hiding there. I put my brain on autopilot and then just went for it, and it worked. Now, that's not really the impressive thing. The impressive thing is that I have not been doing it for a month and a half. I decided to do it today. And, you know, it has such a huge positive impact. Which means just consider the amount of work that I've lost, that I've missed out on in the past month and a half. It's scary, really. I could have gotten further. I could have achieved more. My house might have been cleaner. My shop might have been ready sooner. Because I promised to get the store ready in 14 days. And I actually feel like I succeeded in that one. At least 90% success. Now I just need to add the products. I still have about 120 products I need to add. And I want to do that in 2 weeks. So that it's ready when I go to Canada. I'm not sure that I'm going to succeed in that. But I'm still going to try to work towards it. And maybe, just maybe, making my bed is the key to figuring it all out. It could be, right? You never fully know. So today I'm going to put in effort to clean up my home. Not just work, but to clean up my home. And to make sure that, you know, that I have a comfortable working environment. A clean working environment. I have a few minor tasks that I've actually had on my list for a while. But I just haven't gone around to doing them. Well, maybe I should do them. Maybe I should make myself a little more empowered. Because one of them is to oil my microphone stand. That requires me to go to the, what's it called? The shed. Get the oil, WD-40, and then, a tiny squeeze. Wiggle my microphone stand a bit. And that's it. That's honestly all I need to do in order to remove that from my to-do list. In order to no longer be annoyed whenever I move my microphone because I keep thinking it's making noises, it's difficult, I need to do it. Sorry if you can hear Lucifer in the background. I'm airing out, and so he's very noisy. But yeah. So make your bed in the morning. It really matters, and you might not actually notice it. The only reason I notice it is because I'm aware of it. I'm hyper aware of it. But be careful, because if you make your bed expecting to be productive, it won't work. You'll only notice that it doesn't work. You need to make your bed in order to make your bed, and then let the productivity follow. Now, I don't know how that is done exactly, but I know that that's where it starts. Make your bed, open up your curtains, air out the room, do all of those things. It's honestly more refreshing than the cup of coffee. And the natural light will also give you energy and help you wake up. And, you can build from there. It's kind of like a house. Imagine you're building a Lego house, just a Lego house. You could start with a roof, right? But it wouldn't necessarily be a good idea. It's often better to kind of start with a plate and then add onto it and slowly build from the ground up. And then you go back and you add details to the plate, like a lawn and a fence and stuff that wasn't there to begin with. But the point of the matter is that you do something. And, sorry, I just had a weird flashback to my childhood. But the point is that you do something, that you get started, and then you build from there. Don't try to build in the middle of the day. Try to build as early as possible. And if you wake up tomorrow and the only productive thing you do is to make your bed, then that's still good. Let's do this together. Yeah, I'm gonna keep making my bed now. Just like how I started doing push-ups recently. Do you want to know how many push-ups I do? And I've been thinking about making an episode of its own on this. The amount of push-ups I do in a day is currently 1. Yeah, that's ridiculous. I do 1 push-up a day. What's the point of that? Well, the point of that is the habit. So I started doing it on Monday, which means today and then tomorrow no, wait, it's Sunday today. So that means tomorrow I start doing 2 push-ups. And then I do two push-ups the entire week. Then I do 3 push-ups. And the thing here is building a habit. It's so ridiculously easy to do 1 push-up. I mean, I feel ridiculous when I move my stuff out of the way in order to go down on the floor and do 1 push-up. But when you create that habit, all of a sudden, I've got a lifetime ahead of me, hopefully at least. And so, give me enough time and I will all of a sudden be doing 50 push-ups every morning. And where will you be then? I mean, I know a lot of people, they go to the gym and all of that, but it's more so the average person, where will they be? They laugh at me now because I do 1 push-up. But in a year, when I'm doing 50 and they're doing 0, who's laughing then? Who's laughing when I all of a sudden have a daily routine where I do something that's healthy for me? While other people struggle to maintain healthy habits. It's okay to build small. It's okay to make your bed and just let that be the most productive thing you do in a day. You can always add more later. I firmly believe that slow and steady wins the race. It's okay to grab a sprint every now and then. But slow and steady does win. Eventually. You may never... So if you do this same thing, you may never be as buff as your friend who goes to the gym 3-4 times a week for several hours. You won't. Because even when you hit 50 push-ups, it's still just, a couple of minutes. You barely exercise, but it's still a lot. And that's kind of the point of the whole thing, is that it's a lot of exercise. It's just not as much as it could be. And that's okay, because that's not for everybody. But if you build on it, if the first year is all about push-ups, and you're probably going to end up wanting to do something, because I think you're going to hit a snag at some point. If you keep increasing it by 1 every week, it's probably more reasonable to increase it by 1 every 2 weeks or something, but I don't know. The point is that you just keep on improving, and it's okay to be stuck for a little while, because you'll still be doing, say, 10 push-ups every day for 4 weeks or something, and then you might add another push-up. The point is to continue to keep going, and if the first year is all about push-ups, then the next year could be all about pull-ups, or it could be all about sit-ups, or whatever else, some kind of new exercise. So you still do your push-ups, so you pump out your 50 push-ups or whatever, and then you do 1 sit-up. Feels ridiculous, doesn't it? Well, a year later, you'll be doing 50 push-ups, 50 sit-ups. And then all of a sudden, you're gonna see results. Excuse me. I've struggled with my weight for the greater part, more than a decade actually. I've been fat since I was, not fat. I call myself fat, but I'm not. I'm slightly overweight, I have a few extra pounds. I pack a little extra weight, but for the most part it looks good on me, and then there's just, it doesn't always look that great. Anyway, what I'm getting at here is that I've tried for over a decade. No success. Now, if I had just started doing 1 push-up a day a decade ago, imagine where I'd be today. And that's exactly it. My goal is by the time I'm 35 or something. It's not by the end of the year. It's in a long, long time. As I've grown older, and I know I'm not that old yet, honestly, but as I grow older, I start to see the bigger picture. I really start to think, well, I have a long time ahead of me, which is weird because I'm actually moving closer to death. I'm having less and less time. And yet I start recognizing just how much time there is. So, as I've been saying, make your bed. It's the best favor you can do yourself. I'll do it with you. Thank you for listening. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye now.